Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode here at WILDMAN Lives. I'm your host, WILDMAN. Now on tonight's episode, I'm going to finally be doing what I said I was going to do last video, which is to back squat with this implement. So now, the goal of today is just to do a 1 rep max, and hopefully I hit the number that I want to hit, because I really don't want to fail this lift, because if I fail, I really don't have any safety guards to protect me. So I'm gonna have to use some weightlifting judo in order to get off my back if I get pinned against the ground. So this should be fun. So let's pop in. Let's see if we're gonna do it today. Now on today's strength giant set, I'm gonna be doing the back squat, and then later I'm gonna be adding chains. And the idea is to go up to a 1 rep max with those chains. And in between, I'm gonna be doing some weighted dead hang pull-ups. I'm going to hang a 25-pound kettlebell from my waist, and I'm just going to be doing some pull-ups in this manner. And I'm also going to be doing some stone over the shoulder as well. This is just mainly just to wake up my body and to just make sure that I was going to be moving explosively through the back squat. And I'm also going to be doing some weighted ab mat sit-ups, because I find that that really wakes up my core when I'm doing back squats. And that's going to be the giant strength for the day. But I'm also going to be adding those chains, like I said, which equate to 45 pounds in total. The drop chains that hang from those chains are the ones that are going to be on the ground, but you'll notice that that chain never drops to the ground completely. That holds the drop chains. So really it's adding 5 pounds more to the bar if you're trying to do the gym math and follow me along. Now where I'm at in my current training is I'm just going to be using the chains for a good long while until I hit the number that I want to hit on deadlift. I still haven't quite hit the number on that deadlift yet, and that's just because life gets in the way. Sometimes I get too busy and I'm unable to hit the gym when I want to, or I'm not sleeping right, or I'm not eating right. And as a result, I just don't have the time that I have that professional athletes have to put in that effort and that time in order to make sure that I'm adequately and efficiently putting time in the gym and getting to where I need to be. But I'm close. I'm very close. And so I am happy with that. So I just need to take it very patiently, one day at a time. And that's what I'm doing right now. But that's why I like working out with the chains on the back squat, because I'm able to hit bigger numbers, but also it doesn't zap my central nervous system. When I'm doing deadlifts, I usually have to recover a long time when I'm doing deadlifts for heavy reps or a 1 rep max. And so since I'm kind of taking a back seat on that and working my way back up to a heavy 1 rep max deadlift, I need the back squats to be a lot less in weight. And I wasn't doing back squats for a while and only focusing on deadlifts. And I kind of found that I didn't really like that. I really enjoy squatting. Squatting is one of my favorite exercises to do. And so I don't like to not do them. So any chance I can, or any way I can to get in the gym and to do back squats, I'm going to do it. And so I've been finding that it's not affecting my central nervous system too much when I throw the chains on the back squat. So that's what I'm going to be doing for a while, because then I can continue to deadlift in the rep schemes that I want, and I can still back squat in the gym and lift that heavy weight. But what I was kind of finding on today was my back squat actually was feeling pretty good, but my left shoulder and my left bicep, which is where I got my bicep surgery, more than a few months ago, and I've been recovering from, I've been finding that to be a little problematic as the weather is cold, and it gets colder as the day goes on in this workout. So I had to kind of dial it back after I was done doing those weighted pull-ups and really make sure that I was dialed in on my back squats. But it is kind of fun to do back squats and pull-ups on the same day. I really enjoy doing that. A lot of people don't think about that because they want to do all of their back work on their deadlift day. And for me, there's just too much back work, and I really believe in back work because it's an antagonistic movement to all pressing movements, and I do a lot of pressing. So to make sure that my shoulders are healthy, I like to make sure that I'm doing a lot of back exercises. So I like to throw a back exercise almost every single giant set day, no matter what I'm doing, including deadlift day and all my pushing days. So now I'm getting up into my top sets here, and the only thing I could hope is that all of these little movements that I'm doing in between my back squats are going to prepare me for the heavier weight. So this is going to be on the bar 345 pounds, but plus all the drop chains and ever, it's going to be 390 pounds total. And the last time I did a weight like this, I had loaded it up to 360 on the bar, and I did 400 pounds. So I loaded it to 390 this time strategically, so 10 pounds less, because I wanted to go up in weight, but I also didn't want to burn myself out. So this time around, I wanted to put 390 pounds on the bar. That's including with the chains that never completely deplete to the ground. And then with the drop down chains, it'll be 430 pounds total. And I must say, I was a little fatigued getting up to this point, and I got a little hairy in the middle, but the chains did their job, and it went exactly the way that I wanted to do it. And I really credit this with all of the movements I was doing in between, because these dead hang pull-ups help with deadlifts, but they also help getting my back ready for the bar to sit on for back squats. This just makes sure that I'm moving explosively through the movement, and then this is also to antagonize the opposing muscle group. So this all worked out accordingly, and that's why I was able to hit that. Now for the variation giants, I was doing 3 rounds, and I was only concentrating on the stones, because during the weighted pull-ups, I was feeling a little bit of a tinge in that bicep that I had surgery on, so I needed to dial that back. So I was just going to start off with a lighter stone. This is the buffalo stone, as I call it, which is 156 pounds. This is the ox stone, which is 192 pounds. And I typically don't do stones after I do back squats. Not something I normally do. I usually like to do them after deadlifts or some other type of movement. But today just kind of felt right because I haven't done heavy stones in a while, and I love lifting stones. It's one of my passions. This is the second heaviest stone that I have. It's called the rhino stone, and it's 220 pounds. And its awkward shape definitely is what the hardest part is about this particular stone. It just does not want to be picked off the ground, and so I have to force it. It's stubborn. It's stubborn like a rhino, hence where it got its name. But that went smooth after all that leg work and all those pull-ups, so I was very happy that that went. And now for the assistance giant set, I was doing 3 rounds, and I was doing farmer walking lunges with those kettlebells. And I'm mainly just trying to finish off my quads. Usually on back squat days, I try to finish off my quads any way that I can. This is the perfect exercise to do. And I also did seated bicep curls, something I learned in physical therapy to really isolate those biceps and make those biceps stronger for all around strongman movements. And this is a great movement to do straight arm band pull downs. Helps with your deadlift, builds your back, but it also helps you get your bench press out of the rack. So I love doing that. And for the accessory giant set, I was doing 3 rounds, and I was doing stubborn curls. This is just where you pick up very lightweight and then you move them around as such, kind of like Tinkerbell. And that's just to kind of stimulate the muscle growth after all that work is done. And of course, hitchhikers for that back and shoulder health. And then I finished off with flutter kicks to really finish off my lower abs and my legs. And that was the workout for the day. All right, so that went very well. Thanks for coming by this evening and working out with me. It's a bit chilly now though, so I need to go inside and start to recover. I'll see you next time. Thank you.